Do you believe in ghosts? Well, I definitely do, and thanks to the internet and video footage, hundreds of people have begun to question whether or not they should believe in ghosts. Hi curious minds, I'm V, and today we're gonna go through the top 5 ghosts caught on TikTok that left experts terrified. Number 5. Ghost Hunter Gina. One terrifying paranormal encounter video from ghost hunter Gina went viral on TikTok. It captured an inexplicable encounter with a supernatural being. It left viewers both intrigued and completely unsettled. The video, posted by user Ghost Hunter Gina, began with a detailed description explaining that the footage was recorded during the investigation of an old, abandoned asylum, which is known for its haunting paranormal history. The video commenced with Ghost Hunter Gina and her team descending into a dimly lit basement, armed with flashlights and ghost hunting equipment. They appeared to be nervously excited and justifiably slightly apprehensive. As the camera panned through the eerie, darkened, and decaying corridors, viewers could feel the tension in the air, as though they were there themselves. The video took on an unsettling quality as the team members began asking questions in hopes of capturing electronic voice phenomena, or EVP, or other paranormal activity. Then the unexpected happened. As the camera turned towards a dark corner of the basement, a translucent figure suddenly materialized. It was a spectral silhouette, resembling a human figure, but with an otherworldly, mist-like quality, with no discernible features that could be identified by the camera or the human eye. The figure seemed to glide slowly across the room before eerily dissolving into the darkened abyss. The camera immediately zoomed in on the spot where the apparition had been, but it was gone. It seemingly just disappeared into thin air. The footage continued for a few more moments, with the team members reacting in shock and disbelief, but still, they didn't run away. I would have run away, I'm not that brave. The video concluded with a text overlay reading, "We weren't alone." Ghost Hunter Gina's video quickly went viral on TikTok, gaining a lot of traction and of course gaining millions of views and comments. Viewers were divided in their reactions, with some expressing genuine fear and belief in the paranormal, while others remained skeptical and attributed the sighting to camera glitches or optical illusions. Skeptics questioned the authenticity of the video, suggesting it could have been manipulated using video editing software. Others speculated that the figure may have been a member of the ghost hunting team wearing a white sheet as a prank. However, Ghost Hunter Gina maintained that the video was unaltered and that none of her team members had been in that area during the recording. This debate is of course very common and will be mentioned several times throughout the video. People are definitely divided on the existence of ghosts, and even more so, they're divided on whether a ghost could even be caught on camera in the first place. The TikTok video prompted spirited discussions among users about the existence of ghosts and the ethics of paranormal investigations, like entering a place with a tragic history for the express purpose of exploiting and disturbing the resting dead. Some argued that technology made it easier to document supernatural encounters, while others cautioned against sensationalism and the potential harm of exploiting haunted locations for entertainment. Number 4. Waverly Hills Sanitorium. One insane instance that gained attention was the infamous Waverly Hills Sanitorium ghost. Waverly Hills Sanatorium is located in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's notorious for its history of tuberculosis outbreaks and its high mortality rates during the early 20th century. Abandoned for decades, the sanatorium has gained a reputation as one of the most haunted places in the United States. In past years, a group of paranormal investigators decided to explore the eerie confines of Waverly Hills Sanatorium and attempt to capture evidence of the supernatural. Armed with video cameras and other paranormal detection equipment, the team embarked on their investigation. As they ventured deeper into the derelict building, they began to experience unsettling phenomena, such as strange sounds and inexplicable temperature drops. However, the most compelling piece of evidence came in the form of a video recording. In one chilling segment, the investigators entered a dimly lit room and set up their equipment. As they began asking questions in an attempt to communicate with any spirits present, they noticed an anomalous figure in a doorway. This thing appeared as a shadowy silhouette, standing motionless with its head slightly tilted. Its eerie form seemed to defy the laws of physics, as it did not cast a shadow on the wall behind it, despite the investigators using multiple sources of light. This eerie apparition was captured on video for a brief but spine-tingling moment. The recording quickly went viral, sparking debates and discussions within the paranormal community and beyond. Skeptics argued that the figure could be a result of camera glitches, reflections, or other natural explanations. Believers, on the other hand, saw it as compelling evidence of a ghostly presence. The Waverly Hills Sanatorium ghost video remains a subject of huge intrigue, with no definitive consensus on its authenticity. Such recordings often serve as a reminder of the enduring fascination with the supernatural. Number 3. Watching TV and watching me. I'm sure everyone here enjoys watching TV, or whatever the equivalent of that is now. I mean, you're here, and this is pretty niche, so I'd assume you quite enjoyed watching a screen. Well, if you do like TV, then I'm also guessing you have an actual television somewhere in your house. The woman in the video we're talking about today definitely falls into the TV ownership category. Her name is Esmeralda, and she managed to capture a truly heart-stopping, terrifying event on video. The video begins with Esmeralda talking closely to the camera, and then she pans the camera to her right, showing a completely empty couch and wall, and then to the left of her, also showing a completely empty space. Esmeralda then flips the camera to her reflection on the TV, and it clearly captures a figure sitting directly beside her on the couch. But again, this figure only shows up in the reflection. Esmeralda's demeanor in the video is extremely calm, which kind of terrifies me. Like, if I were to see a shadowy creature sitting beside me in a TV reflection, I would likely scream, leave my house, and never return. Like, ever again. I'd be gone. This amazing woman was just sitting there calmly, finding a sort of disbelieving humor in the situation, which to me is truly astonishing. I would definitely want her on the real-life Ghostbusters team. Many users and commenters began to speculate on what the figure could be. One consensus that really sparked my interest was the theory that the figure is a ghost showing up in the mirror dimension. There are a lot of stories about mirror dimensions and a lot of superstitions that come with them, like don't have a mirror facing your bed, or don't break a mirror or you'll have bad luck for 7 years. These all come from the idea that mirrors have a special dark force that should not be released. In this video, in my very professional opinion, I would suspect that this is in fact a being from the mirror dimension. Mirrors are one of the most common locations for reflections to be spotted. The fact that this figure was seen in broad daylight also furthers my belief that this creature is not of our dimension. Others have theorized that the figure is simply an optical illusion, a bending of light, or a phenomenon that our brains can't quite understand. And those theories are all possible, but my intuition tells me that there's something different here. Something not quite of this world. As far as we're aware, Esmeralda still lives in the house. She wasn't about to leave just because of a creepy figure, which to me is just insane. If you want to check out the video yourself, the account is _WonderWoman1_. Check it out and let me know what you think. Number 2. Paranormal Pete. The video, posted by a user named Paranormal Pete, began with a dimly lit room. The camera, seemingly held by a trembling hand, panned slowly across the space. Dust particles were floating lazily in the air and were illuminated by the faint glow of a single struggling candle that seemed to be fighting with all of its might just to stay lit. The atmosphere was eerie and unsettled, almost as though the room was intentionally setting the stage for what was to come. As the camera continued to pan around the room, it managed to settle on an antique, ornate mirror hanging on the wall. In the reflection, the room appeared empty. However, as the camera focused on the mirror, a shadowy figure materialized inside of it. The paranormal apparition had a darkened, looming quality, which was only amplified by its features, which were completely shrouded in darkness. Though the video was only a few seconds long, it was enough to send shockwaves and theories across all sides of TikTok. Comments poured in, some users expressing doubt and skepticism about the legitimacy of the video, while others were completely convinced and terrified that the video had captured a genuine paranormal encounter. Paranormal Pete claimed that the video was recorded during a late-night investigation at an extremely haunted mansion. According to his description, a whole team of investigators had set up the camera in the hopes of capturing any supernatural or paranormal activity, but they never expected to capture such a chilling video. It was a complete surprise to all of them. Skeptics immediately continued to question the authenticity of the video, suggesting that it could be a cleverly edited or staged hoax. I mean, it isn't uncommon for people to create fake videos for publicity or to enact fear. The low lighting and shaky camera added an element of uncertainty, making it difficult to tell if the video is legitimate. Others proposed that the figure might be a reflection or play of shadows. It could be faked, even without video editing. Despite the skepticism, the video quickly went viral, racking up millions of views and shares. It ignited a broader conversation about the role of social media in documenting and sharing paranormal encounters. It really did manage to reach beyond the paranormal enthusiasts of TikTok. All sides of the app became involved, and the theories surrounding the video were incredibly interesting, gaining new questions and thoughts. It's kind of amazing. Whether the TikTok video genuinely captured a ghostly presence or if it was an elaborate hoax, it did tap into our fascination with the supernatural. It reminded us that the boundaries between the known and unknown shown are often blurred, and in the digital age, anyone can become a storyteller, sharing their experiences and strange encounters with the world. Number 1. Complex haunting. A user on TikTok, Mrs. Ashley Tate, was previously plagued by the presence of a ghost in her house for over 2 years. Lucky for us paranormal enthusiasts, she shared videos of strange paranormal activity on her TikTok page and has dozens of videos talking about her experience living with ghosts. The first video was posted on July 21st, 2020 and showed a shadowed figure that looked like a human but with no discernible features. The first sighting prompted a camera to be put up to capture any activity that may occur at night. The camera being set up was an amazing and terrifying idea. It led to showing her purse flying off the counter, shown from 2 angles to prove it wasn't fabricated, and even videos of her chairs being pushed over. She filmed herself coming downstairs to see all of her cabinets wide open. She continued to share videos of strange sounds, oddly fallen objects, loud bangs out of nowhere, and eventually the activity was no longer isolated to the night. It escalated every single day and even began to occur during the daytime. The owner of the account later discovered that the complex she lives in has a very strange haunted history. In the neighborhood, different locations have different levels of hauntedness, and she's even found out that a few people have passed on the property. The activity continued, and she began to do live streams where, against the advice of literally everyone, she tried to contact the spirit. In January 2021, she posted her most eerie, spine-chilling video to date. In this footage, you can clearly see a figure watching her from her back door. It's extremely blurry and kind of hard to discern, but absolutely terrifying. After 6 months living in this unrelenting nightmare, she, her husband, and their newborn baby decided to move into a new, not haunted house. But her story doesn't end there. A year after moving, a tenant of the complex she lived in saw her videos and contacted her asking for advice. This new tenant was experiencing the exact same things: opening cabinets, loud stomping, strange sounds. The entire playlist is extremely interesting to watch. It's like watching a docu-series or a movie. Luckily though, this one seems to have a happy ending. Well, that brings this video to a close. What do you think about these videos? Are they real or are they all just fabricated? Let me know in the comments. I have a secret account that I love to use to reply. Some of you guys are really funny. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something new. Keep it curious. Bye!